Welcome to The Console. Please join this conversation already in progress.
How you gonna have a conference, even if it is for Japan, and you're showing the version of PlayStation Home on Vita? They didn't come there for that crap. They want to see some damn games, you know? You know, with Nintendo, all they did was show damn games. But they, you know, they still dropped the ball according to the media. But Sony showed nothing, no games at all. And, you know, it's, well, you know, in Sony world, everything's sunny and bright. Bull, I mean, it's bull crap, man.
Yeah, I'm really tired of it. I mean, nobody wants to be honest anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Pyro's channel, and the video on the front of it was him talking about Nintendo's conference, and the first thing he likes to say is the biggest announcement was the pink 3DS.
Right. But I'm saying that's a drone. That's a fan slave, man. You expect it from them. They gotta you know, they gotta stay their ground. And as our boy Fat Gamer says, they have to do damage control. I understand that. I expect those fools, you know.
But also, he went on to say that what else? He started to bitch about Monster Hunter and how Capcom's doing it wrong.
Right.
I'm like, Capcom is doing anything. If not, the Monster Hunter trial was like the best decision that they could ever make.
Right.
I mean, it's the best selling one. It's the best selling one out of the whole series, isn't it?
No, it's the best selling one in the Western market. Ain't the best selling one in the series, because that's the ones in Japan. It's the best selling one in the Western market.
Well, that's still an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's still an accomplishment. Yeah.
I mean, in putting it on the 3DS with all these games coming in, not just Monster Hunter,
right?
All these games coming in that are extremely relevant to Japan and probably the West.
Right.
Too. It's smart. Do it.
Exactly. You got Mario Kart coming out in the same time span, so even on Mario Kart alone, the 3DS is going to sell. And so now you give them another reason to buy the game. I can buy a 3DS at this time and get Mario Kart and Monster Hunter. You know what I'm saying? That covers all your multiplayer needs. You got racing and action. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. On Vita, what do you got? You know, I mean, I'm looking at the list right now of the games they talk about post launch, and you know, unless you just a big Uncharted fan, that's the only thing that I say you got to buy, because Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it will be out on the PS3 as well and 360. So there's no reason to buy that on Vita unless you just want it portable. You know, the difference between Street Fighter 3D being on 3DS and that game being on Vita, Nintendo didn't get a Street Fighter at all. So that's our first experience. If you're a Nintendo fan who only buy Nintendo products, that's your first experience with Street Fighter. So it was a wise choice to get. Same for Dead or Alive. There hasn't been a Dead or Alive on any Nintendo platform ever. So it's a wise choice.
I think it's just Capcom. They tend to put the Street Fighter games on like anything they get their hands on.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you look at the launch titles, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is going to be a good game, without a doubt. If you love that game, you're going to buy it. But there's still no reason to buy it on Vita when you can get it on PS3 or Xbox, if you already got a PS3. You know what I'm saying?
No point of playing it on handhelds. I don't see any point.
You know, there's no reason to buy that for the handheld if you already got a PS3. There's no reason to buy it. So that limits that game to, you know, you take that game out of your library. So pretty much you got Uncharted, the new Uncharted game, and then everything else that's on the 3DS. A Ridge Racer, a Dynasty Warrior, you know, that stuff. Those games don't sell. They, especially in America. And in Japan, they're, you know what I'm saying, they're your typical flutter. You know what I'm saying? Background characters. They come, you buy it, or you buy, or they're always going to be there no matter how good or bad they sell. You know what I'm saying? They're filler. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I can understand the drones being upset, because that's what you do. But I'm just saying, from an industry point of view, why are the people not pointing this out at? You know, and why all of a sudden the populace of gamers, just in general, no matter where you go, NeoGAF, Kotaku, any forum, any place you go to, you got these fools who all of a sudden are tolerant. They're understanding. Oh, the battery life's no problem. Oh, I don't mind paying $30 for a memory card that should came with the system anyway. Oh, I don't mind doing this. But then Nintendo announced a so-called ugly expansion. Oh hell, why I gotta buy this extra add-on? It should have been there at launch. Oh man, they're gonna make a revert. They're gonna make a new model pretty soon, and now I gotta buy that. Why didn't you do it for the first time? This Vita battery life is so bad that all they're gonna do is pull a damn PSP again and make a Vita, 2000. You know what I'm saying? And then a Vita Slim. They're gonna do the same shit Nintendo did with the DS. They didn't do PSP, but
the difference between they pretty much they did the same.
They did the same thing. At least with Nintendo, each time you got a new model, it was actually a remodel of the system, and it was slight upgrades. You got the original DS, the DS Lite, smaller, sexier version. Then you got the DSi, add camera, add more network capabilities. You know what I'm saying? The XL, the same thing, bigger screen, bigger device. PSP version, 1000, 2000. I guess it's 2000 was a slim. Remodel, better battery. 3000. What did they add to it? What was the difference?
Nothing.
Besides trying to avoid piracy. So, what I'm saying, then the Go. I mean, it's the same bullcrap, man. It's just.
Oh, don't talk about the Go. The Go is horrible.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just bullcrap. But this stuff gets, people get, they just, it's a blind eye to it, man, and that's why I don't understand. That's why I don't understand. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't understand it. I understand why. It's just that, I mean, damn, folks. I mean, it comes to a point where no matter how, let's say this. Let's say you're racist, right? You're racist. No matter how racist you are, right? No matter how racist you are, something like 9/11 at least made you feel like, okay, yo, I hate black people. I hate Mexicans. I hate white people. Whatever you hate, but these motherfuckers attacked America, and they on here with us. If these black soldiers can go and whoop their ass, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Once they kill Bin Laden, then I'm gonna go back hating you. But for this instant, I'm gonna be down. You know what I'm saying? It's at least that kind of common sense. Even that comes from even the most racist of people. You know what I'm saying? But
one second. I'm looking at. I was looking at the. For a second, I was looking at the article of IGN talking about Animal Crossing being on iOS.
Yeah.
I jumped to the 3DS tab, and then we got Iwata talking about Nintendo plus smartphones, and he said absolutely not.
Right.
That's never going to happen. But I mean, this is probably going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but it just proves that Nintendo isn't giving in to this bullshit. They're not giving in to this crap.
Well, the problem with the Nintendo, and I feel this is one of my problems I have with Nintendo. And I understand they're a Japanese company, and I understand their image and what they're about, but Nintendo really needs to just, stop playing nice. Honestly, when Reggie first came out, his appeal wasn't that, he was this guy, he was an articulate guy, he was cool or whatever. His appeal was that he bring games. That wasn't his appeal. His appeal was he looked like a guy who's gonna be Nintendo's mouthpiece, who's gonna talk shit. When someone fucked up, he was gonna slap him. You know what I'm saying? When Jack Trinnon or somebody from Microsoft talk noise, he gonna be the fool to come back and say, "Hey, what? What?" And for a second he was that, and now he's not. Nintendo need that kind of person. Iwata ain't gonna do it. Of course, Miyamoto ain't gonna do it. That fool. He of course not. Nintendo needs someone to really get on these fools' tail and tell them, hey, basically go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Iwata did that by the what was that one thing he did? He was talking about what the other companies should be doing and what they're doing wrong. He did that once. I don't know if he spoke English or not, but he was talking about what the other companies are doing wrong and why aren't they selling games as much as we are.
Right.
He got on the other companies. He's done it before. He may not do it all the time, but he does it all. He's done it before. That's what I'm saying.
From the standpoint of the media and things like that, that's what we need. When you got sites who spend their time just making stuff up for the hell of it, because it's because it's what the hell?
Because it's Nintendo.
It's a thing to do. They want hits and everything. You need someone who can come in and say, "Hey, you messing up. You lying. It's bullshit. That's wrong." You know what I'm saying? We need that. When Reggie get interviewed by the old dude from Game Trailers, they go back and forth, but it's still not what it should be. When that fool talk all that noise, that's when you put that motherfucker in his place. For what? What you just say? You know what I'm saying? That what you need to do, but they won't do that because of the Nintendo, the image, the history, and that kind of maybe Japanese company. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? They won't do that. And I think that's what Nintendo needs. If they had someone who every time someone came out with one of this bullcrap stuff, I would go to Twitter, I would go to Facebook, I would all of a sudden have a pre-op interview on some site and say, yeah, man, I just read this horrible article on IGN talking about us making an Animal Crossing for ISOs. Are they fucking retarded? I mean, would IGN write free articles on Kotaku? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's what you need. But we're not going to get it. And so... that's that on that note. But Nintendo needs someone just to really stand up to these fools and tell them fools, kiss my ass. Y'all want us gone, but without us, game is not here.
The funny thing is, they want them. All these people want Nintendo gone. They seem to want Nintendo gone. I really think it's just the other companies just feeding these news sites money so that they can say this stuff.
Right.
Either way. These companies want Nintendo gone. The thing is, these news companies, all of the fanboys, PS3, 360, Wii, doesn't matter. They eat the shit up. They eat it up. they still buy the stuff. If you want Nintendo to go under, stop buying their stuff.
Right.
I mean, stop letting them have a 28 million selling game, which is Mario Kart Wii.
Right.
Don't let them have that. Make them go under. I mean, it doesn't work that way. If you want Nintendo to die, stop buying it.
Right. But see, that's the whole thing. That's the whole misconception about gaming in general. We talk about hardcore gamers and the gamers we experience like we are the majority, like we are the dominant force in gaming. And actually, we not. You know what I'm saying? we shown with the Wii, Nintendo shown with the Wii that there's a big, huge population of people who buy shit more than hardcore gamers. You know what I'm saying? If the PS3 is so hardcore, right? If it's a hardcore to hardcore, and all their gamers are hardcore, then how come they ain't got no 10 million seller games besides multiplats? You know what I'm saying? How come 51 million hardcore gamers are not buying 51 million copies of Uncharted or Resistance or Killzone or Little Big Planet? All these hardcore games. Even on Xbox, it's 50 million gamers or it's 50 million guys on that, and they ain't got no game that's 20 million. Besides, if you add certain things together. And so I mean, even if there's a diversity in the games people like, if we all hardcore gamers, it would be across the line. You would see a consistent number of games selling at a certain rate. Where on the Wii, for instance, you can tell there was an influx of new gamers because all the new games have this high number. Wii Fit, your Wii Play games, your Just Dance, those games getting bought by those people, and they're consistently buying those games. Just Dance 2 is bigger than Just Dance 3, and even the side story, the side games, Just Dance Party and Kid Edition, they sell consistently. But Killzone 3 sells worse than Killzone 2. Little Big Planet 2 sells worse than Little Big Planet 1. And these are hardcore gamers. Resistance keeps selling worse each time. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. You take away Nintendo, besides all that new gaming money, whatever hardcore artist Nintendo has, that's gone too, and all you left with guys, with fickle guys who don't buy nothing, or they only buy first-person shooters. And the industry's done, and Kotaku ain't getting none of that rip money they get from advertising, for these fools.
Please join us for the next conversation on the console.